Hi guys, Juju is back for Insecure Season 2 Episode 2. Just got off of work, so I'm gonna quickly make this video as short as possible but as detailed as always. Okay, let's see what I can remember. It's like now. Okay, so we start off, of course, with Molly's voice of "You fucked him," like our best friends would do. So basically Issa is telling her what happened with the little 2-minute wham bam thank you ma'am with her and Laurence. And so Molly's asking her, what do you think it is? Like, you think it was pity sex? You think it was this over sex? Whatever. And if you think about it, it was kind of like over sex. But normally when it's like the over sex, both of you agree on it and it's a mutual thing. You're in this weird space. So, but you come in there, you're supposed to come get your crap, and you kind of initiated the sex, fucked her, and leave. You didn't even let her come. So I think that was like fuck you sex. Like from Lauren's side, it was like fuck you sex. Like, I'm over it. Let me just get this last note out the way. Peace out. With no explanation. So since then, she's been really like baffled, wondering what the hell's going on. She's been texting him. She started telling Molly, she was texting him, he's not really replying. But not that she's really texting detailed questions for him to give a detailed answer or whatever. And so Molly's like, what do you want to do? She's like, what are you going to do? Whatever. She actually takes her phone, starts looking at the conversation between them and the text. And she's like, you're barely saying anything. Of course he's not going to respond. She's like, still, yeah, but I'm still saying something. He's taking hours and texting me back, whatever, as men do. He did something, out of impulse. He's not sure what it means, which, we're watching it as a viewer. I see what it means. You can't just say it just happened or whatever. You had it in you, you did it, but subconsciously we all know what that meant. You was over her. You haven't seen her since you broke up. You was over it. Okay. So, next we find, don't think I'm going to go in order. Next we find, let's see, Issa decides she's not getting any response from him or whatever. She decides to pop up at his house. She was looking extra cute, like really cute. She's always looking cute, but she was like, you know what, let me wear my best finest freaking dress or whatever and find out what it really is. Are we going to be cool? Are we going to work it out? What we're going to do? She's looking extra pretty. What's the name? The dude that Laurence is staying with, his boy. Okay, I did not like him season 1. I still kind of don't like him, but so far this second episode, he just had me cracking up because he opened the door when Issa was standing there and he was just like being slick as a mouth, as he always is, like carry on this ridiculous mundane conversation. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's standing outside your door. She's trying to look for Laurence. So while she's answering his questions, because he's saying, oh, how's the kids or whatever, how's your job, whatever, you looking nice, you do something different with your hair. So she's like peeking in while she's talking to him. She's like, nigga, like, you know why I'm here. Like, she didn't want to say, okay, obviously I'm all dressed up, dolled up, looking for my man, or my hope to be back together man. So he just carried along conversation. Finally when she asked that, he's like, oh, he ain't here or whatever. I'm like, okay. So she ended up leaving. Which of course he was either at work or well, let's go to Laurence. Laurence, of course he got bashed by his boy telling him something, oh, you fucked her or whatever. Actually, no. He got bashed because Laurence ended up telling, Bancor, I call her Bancor, but her name's Tasha, that he messed around with her. Actually, they were sitting there together, doing the Netflix and chill thing, watching television, but you could tell something was on his mind, and Tasha was asking him, like, what's up, or whatever, and first he said, nah, nothing, everything's cool. Then she started talking about this barbecue that her family's doing, and of course, mind you, they're not exclusive, but she wants to bring him to her family's house, like a family reunion. That's a big step. If you want to invite him to other random parties with your friends, that's cool, but the fact that it's family, so you're going to tell your family, this is just my friend? I'm sure families don't look at it that way. And if they know your lifestyle, maybe they know that you're always the side chick to something, or you're just a carefree, no exclusive type thing. But the fact that you decide to step it up, you're trying to play cool, trying to play with the flow. So he didn't really give her an answer. He kind of blurted out the whole thing that he slept with his ex, and she just was like shocked. I was shocked at first of how she reacted, because she was first shocked, and then she ended up telling him to get out. And she's like, I understand that we weren't exclusive, you fucked your ex or whatever, but still, he's like, I didn't want to lie to you, whatever, you want to keep it real. And she's like, do you want to go back together with her? He was like, no, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what it means or whatever. It just happened. Like, my thing is like, okay, I'm a big believer in nothing just happens. Okay? You decide at some point this was going to go down. Or if it started going down, you still decided that it was going to continue. So it did not just happen. You walked in that house, picked up your crap. You could have just walked out. You impulsed. Even an impulse is still a decision to me. I still think it's a freaking decision. Like, you're just like, in your mind, you're like, you might get, okay, because impulse to me means it's this urge to do something, but you're not sure. You're a little bit, maybe 1% not sure, but you end up following it anyway because it was something that just popped up in your head. Because there's still a decision point of what you want to do. So he's just like, oh, it just happened or whatever. I don't know what it means, whatever. Just tell him to get out. So he leaves. Let's see. That's when he told his BFF that he did that, and he's like, "You stupid, whatever. Why would you even tell her that? You know, you're just fucking her. You're not really in a relationship. You had sex with Issa. It's over. You're done, right? Are you done? Of course, he's looking like, I don't know. Now, when he told her that, he actually took Laurence to go house hunting, I guess, with his friend. So I'm gonna assume either the BFF is also in real estate, or I don't know, because he had this vibe going on with the female real estate agent that was there at the house waiting for them. I don't know if he just messed with her or something. Laurence whispered something about it when I heard it. Normally, I watched the episode again. It was really late. I just wanted to definitely watch it before I fell asleep. So he starts looking around. He's always cool. It's nice, whatever. And he's like, yeah, lots of space or whatever. And he's like, how do you feel? And he's like, I don't know. Laurence is such, like, he's so, like, I guess the word is laggy. Is it lagged? He's obviously just not a decision maker. Like, I think he just like, he's one of those people, when he gets so confused or whatever, or unsure, he gets really down. And, like, instead of, like, he's thinking things through and not hurry up and make a decision, but just make a choice. It's like he's waiting for the universe to give him a sign or something, rather than, take it head on and figure it out in your mind and make a decision. So as he was walking there, I was just picking up this vibe of, he's been living with Issa, been with her for 5 years, and living with her for maybe 3 to 4 years. So, and then he immediately broke up with her, and then he was staying with the BFF. I think him moving, he was really looking at it like, man, if I get this apartment, it's really over. Like, because by him moving from one place to another place, that's him being codependent. He seems very codependent. He gets down and whatever, he just waits for everybody to pick him back up. He wants to, that's why his BFF would be making fun of him. He'd be like, oh. Then what did he call him? He called him, Eric, did he call him Eric Benet? No. Yeah, I think he called him Eric Benet. Then there was another moment he called him Brian McKnight. Oh, when it was an apartment, he was like, oh, look, it got spacious. You got like 2 bedrooms. One for you and the other one for your feelings. I died. Because Laurence is very emotional, while his BFF is obviously the opposite. He's just, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Obviously he probably gets hurt, but he holds it down inside. He lets his sarcasm and slickness kind of be his defense mechanism when it comes to very emotional situations. You could see that. And, but it's good that they're opposites, because where Laurence falls back into his little shell or whatever, his boy kind of pushes him back up. But of course, you still have to let Laurence be him. He's obviously, because he's an emotional, sensitive person, he does get in these situations and he has to figure it out himself. But he takes a long time to figure things out. That's what it is. I think him looking at the apartment, he's just like, okay, if I get this apartment, I guess it's really over. Like, I'm completely starting fresh. I'm starting fresh. I definitely don't think he should rush in with Tasha, whatever. I think what they were doing was cool, but at the same time, because he has this whole codependency part of his personality, on top of him being in his vulnerable state, he might fall into another relationship. And then what sucks about that is because if he ends up falling into it, Tasha's the one that's going to get hurt in the end. Because again, since like my last review, I really was saying, like, she seemed like she'd been liked them before, and I think she just, I don't know why I thought Tasha knew Issa. Like, she knew he had a girlfriend, but I guess she didn't, like, know her at all, like, oh, she looked like her or anything. We'll get there. Yeah, so I think she was just going with the flow till he, stepped up. She was waiting for him, basically. She already had a decision in her mind that she wanted to be with him, but she's going with the flow. She knows he's going through stuff, so she's just letting him do whatever. Okay, so yeah, he ends up coming back to the house later. She rang the bell because you see her coming outside, and the fact that he still wanted to come back, two reasons. One, he could have really, really felt bad and he really wanted to start something with her. Or two, just the fact that he's been messing with her this long, and again, that codependency or whatever, he feels bad, he wants to apologize, and he just wants to continue whatever they're having. It doesn't mean that he wants to be with her, which is kind of messed up, because you're still leading her along, because you can't figure out your decisions. You're very sensitive, very emotional, very erratic with how you deal with like mentally and emotional situations. So that was, I think that's kind of messed up. I feel Tasha's the one that's going to be hurt in the end, because he's still trying to figure where he's at. She knows where he's at, but she know where she's at, but he doesn't know where she's at. So ended up, he came back to the house, and he's saying, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, I didn't want to hold it, I wanted to be completely honest with you, it's over. I took the rest of my stuff, I got a new apartment. Wait, I don't want to plug in anything. Did he tell her she had a new place? I don't think he told her that she had a new place, but he might have, but he definitely said it's over. I want to, it's over, like I have no feelings for her or whatever. So she tried to act like she was mad. She was just like, well, I'm cooking something, so okay. So he starts turning around. I freaking knew this part was coming. He started turning around, going out slow, doing the mopey thing, because I've been there. Kind of, he's obviously sad, but I think he was still kind of playing half and half. He's sad, he walked away, but at the same time, he's like, okay, let me just walk all slow, like, Snoopy, sad face, and then, hopefully, I'm hoping she'll call me back, which she did, because she was like, you hungry? Like, ratchet ass big whore, anyway. You hungry? So he ended up going back to the house. Knew that was going to happen. Okay, Issa. They show her at her job. They're actually starting to get success with the high school students because they talked to the principal. The principal was funny to me, but they became a point, I guess he was saying certain comments where Issa's partner, the white girl, I always forget her name, she figured it as that he was being racist. Mind you, he's black. The principal is black, so he was saying like racist comments. I don't know. First of all, maybe because I wasn't paying attention to too much attention to him. I was looking at him like, oh, he's just saying some corny ass jokes. He thinks he's so funny, because he kept making jokes and he started laughing. I'm like, oh god, he's one of those people. They just say jokes really fast and then think they're so funny and so her laughing. They don't, even if they're the only one laughing in the room, nobody's laughing at you, but they still find themselves so funny. So when he was doing that, it just turns me off. So I'm just like, I wasn't even paying attention to most of the stuff that he was saying. He made a comment about building a wall or whatever, but you could tell with his office he was so swamped or whatever, and obviously the school is just completely unorganized, and that's one of the many reasons why they couldn't get the kids to participate in the program that Issa works at. But she did ask him for help, whatever. He said, yeah, he'll get help, and he'll definitely look into it, whatever. He doesn't want to lose their contract with the company that Issa works for. So next day, they end up walking to the library, and they saw kids there, and they saw another staff member. So they was really excited. So Issa was just ready to get down and start helping with the kids. Okay, when it was over, this might have been the next day again. When it was over, she's leaving, and that's when the white partner, because they end up running into the principal again, and he was saying he's happy we got to stick together, blah 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 blah, and he was saying more racist comments, and the white girl, when they walked away, she was like, okay, I don't think I can take any more of these comments. I understand the oppressed or whatever, but technically you kind of say racist stuff too. Not racist, but yeah, racist, but in a more ignorant sense. You're not meaning to be you're not meaning to be a racist, but you're saying racist comments. So but I guess she kind of had like a mini beef with Issa, because like she was trying to get Issa on her side, like, I don't understand why these comments don't bother you, whatever. I think it's really like bad or whatever. And she was like, well, look, I'm just trying to, my focus is the teenagers right now. I don't want to focus on what the principal's saying. He is who he is. I can't, I don't think that's our focus right now. So the partner started feeling some type of way. She's like, okay, would you be saying that if he was like, the other color? Basically saying if he was white and making racist comments, you would be saying stuff. But because he's black and making racist comments, like, you're okay with it. Which is not what Issa was going through. I think Issa just wasn't looking at it like that. She was one-track minded. It's a high school. She didn't want to give up on the high school, which is very multicultural, because they got black kids, they got Spanish kids, Mexican kids, whatever. And that was her focus. I don't think she was ignoring it because he's black. He was being a weirdo. Like, I think I would react the same way. Like, I'm just like, whatever with him, whatever. Like, I'm not thinking about it. Like, the focus is to get these teenagers to be a part of these programs or whatever, and help them and aid them in school and tutoring and whatever they need after school. So that's all she was thinking about. I don't think she was really looking too deep into what the principal was saying. But the white girl, who's trying to be very conscious and subconscious with the culture and with her program. Her intentions were, I get her intentions or whatever and why it bothered her, but at the same time, how she was looking at it, she wanted Issa to jump on her side because Issa's black too. But again, Issa was not looking at it like that. So I do not believe that Issa was like unconsciously ignoring him because of the kids. She just wasn't paying him no mind. Like literally, one ear out the other. This is the weirdo guy making stupid jokes or whatever. But okay, let's see. There's a scene where they go to the museum to support one of their other friends, a bougie girl. Forgot her name. But yeah, they end up going to the museum and supporting her. That's when they're all talking or whatever, and they're asking, update on Laurence or whatever. Same old thing. He's not released now. I don't know if it's over. Whenever we end up having sex, because you can tell Molly and Issa is the best friend between the two, and the bougie girl and the funny girl are the best friend between the two. But they all click together or whatever. Yeah. So the funny girl, she ends up blurting out something about the girl about Tasha, and she said she found out from Derek, and Derek is the one that told the bougie girl. So I don't want to call her bougie because she's still cool as hell. She tries to hold the front or whatever. I think eventually they're going to expand their storyline, because while they were talking, she was like, well, maybe you guys will work it out or whatever, because I had a little situation with my boo too, him being in a hotel, but that's another story or whatever. But after 9 months we got over it, whatever. So either they purposely try to just go through her little storyline, or eventually they will give us more details, even though obviously the show's about it's supposed to be about all of them. So I'm hoping they'll expand more on the other two friends' situation. Obviously, the focus shouldn't be completely there. I'll give them a full storyline, but just enough for us to go to gain more insight on their lives. So obviously, there's some cheating background thing, which, to be honest, the bougie girl's husband or boyfriend or whatever, I don't know. I'm picking up gay vibes from him, so like extra freaky gay vibes, or he's just very metrosexual. I don't know. No judgment at all. Yeah. So Issa, of course, didn't know. She's just like, and Ma's like, who? What girl? Blah, blah, blah. And of course, boop, boop, boop. Once the girl said her name was Tasha, Ma was like, got it. She found her on Instagram, and they're passing the phone with each other, looking at her pictures. Issa was like, no, I don't look at it. I don't care. That's his life, whatever. I don't care. Da, 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 da. But when she went home and later thought about it, she's in a bathroom brushing her teeth with her phone upside down. I thought she was going to check her phone for text message replies from Laurence, but the whole time she had the Instagram of the other girl, of Tasha, and scroll through her pictures. But then she puts it down. Like that's definitely something that I would do. Like, I don't know if I'd go as far as looking at the girl's page, because I'm not the one that's looking for it. But since it's brought to my attention, yeah, I might peek every now and then. So she was definitely peeking and then turn the phone down, peeking and turn the phone down. Then she ended up finding where the girl worked. She actually went there, and she saw that where the girl works is across the street from where Laurence works.